Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know it has been a really long time since I uploaded a video. I think it was the end of June, it was like June 28th or something like that, just before my birthday. And so much has happened, and so little has happened. It's kind of, I don't know, I figured I would do a sit down with Sid because it's been a while since I filmed one, and I just need something to do at the moment. So, to kind of rewind, I've been living life. That's basically kind of what it comes down to. I've been working full-time for my camp, really long days and long weeks and stuff like that, and then on weekends I run far, far away and go up to Scotty's family cottage, and that has honestly been like the greatest godsend ever. I'm so loving being able to just get out of the city and to disconnect. I used to be somebody whose phone was absolutely glued to them at all times, and to an extent I still am. My phone is always with me, but I'm no longer always on it. And if you'd asked me like a couple years ago, like, oh, could you just like walk away from your phone? I'd be like, haha, no. And now it's like I get to the cottage, Scott and I frisbee our phones onto the bed, and we don't touch them until we get into the car drive home. So it's been really nice to disconnect and to just live life and make memories without everyone seeing them. And as much as I would love to share some of this stuff, and I have vlogged, I did vlog the week up to my birthday and including some of my birthday, and then I forgot to finish it, and then it just kind of sat on my computer, and I still have it, and I really did want to upload it, but I haven't. So if I end up at the cottage again, I will try and film a bit more and maybe just kind of do like a summer vlog, maybe sit down and fill in some gaps, but to be honest, I don't think that's going to happen, even if I wanted it to. But I've just been enjoying life, which is coming at the perfect time for me because come September, I am back in the classroom and I am a full-time teacher. I have my own class. It's been confirmed this week that I am a grade 4 teacher. So I'm going to be, I believe one of 2 grade 4 teachers, and I know who did the grade 4 last year, and we got along great. So if it's still her, then everything's going to be smooth sailing. So I've been classroom decorating, shopping. I went to Staples, and I went to Walmart, I went to Michael's, and like I'm having a nautical theme in my classroom, and I'm super excited to get that ready and organized. I have another week before I go back to school, and we have 2 weeks of professional development and just meetings and classroom decorating and all that stuff, so I'm getting super excited for that. But the school that I'm at is an IB school, an IB World School International Baccalaureate program, for those of you who don't know what that is. So I have to learn a whole bunch of stuff that's besides the curriculum of how to manage my classroom and things that I need to do as a teacher. So I'm actually able to film this right now because I am off of work from camp, not by choice, but due to an injury. So I guess it would have been not this past weekend, but the weekend before. I was up with Scott and a whole bunch of people for the long weekend, and I had an accident where I rolled my ankle super, super bad. To the point where one of my coworkers actually thought it might be broken and forced me to go to a walk-in clinic. So I rolled it running off the dock onto a big long floaty mat, some people call them lily pads, and yeah, it was just a really bad landing. Couldn't get out of the water, like couldn't climb the ladder, got up like 2 rungs, and like Scotty had to pick me up, throw me over his shoulder, and take me back up to the cottage to ice it. So it's really ugly. If you guys have been following me on social media, usually mostly Snapchat, you have seen the journey of fat foot, and it's just not pretty, it's not cute, and it hurts. I was not able to walk for about a week. I went right into work. Like we came back early on the Monday from the long weekend because I couldn't see you anymore. I couldn't go tubing. There was no point in me being up there, and Scotty had some work to do because he's finishing school. So happy, I'm so proud of him. He's got 2 weeks left and then he is officially graduated. So super stoked for him. So he came home to get some work done. I put my foot up, had a really nice hot bath, and then I went to work the next day. And my coworkers were like, why are you here if you cannot walk? So I was on crutches the first day, and then I forgot that I had a walker for my grandmother when she used to live with us. So I was basically going around in a walker for a couple of days. And then by Friday, my foot was not getting any better. I could not walk any easier, and it's probably getting more swollen. So I was put on like bed rest / house arrest, depending on how you want to look at it. So yeah, so that wasn't very fun. Still, I'm starting to walk again. Starting to walk, little steps, still hurts, still really swollen, still really bruised. So I'm hoping to be back at work next week. That's the goal. I would like to be there now, even though I can't walk as much, just because I just need something to do. And even though I've been planning my classroom and I've got to actually sit back and relax and color a little bit, which is super fun, super enjoying that. I actually bought myself some new markers when I got markers for camp from the back to school sale at Walmart. 100 markers. I'm so stoked. But yeah, so I really want to go back to work, but it's just not worth it if I'm going to hurt it again and just make it worse. I did kind of semi-fall twice on one day while I was working, so I'm not allowed to go in, but I really do hope that I can go in next week. Hopefully. We'll see. We'll see. Because after a week, like it's been 9 days now, so after a week I'm walking again, so I'm hoping after another week I can walk properly and actually a little bit faster, but who knows. And then yeah, so I'm back into teaching full-time in September, and so it kind of, I keep coming back to thinking about YouTube and my blog. And I've been doing it for 5 years now, and no, I'm nowhere near like the big YouTubers who've been on for 5 or less years and whatnot. And part of me, there's always a bit of a competitive side. Like, not in the sense of wanting to be better than somebody, but to be able to reach these big goals. And no, it hasn't happened for me. Could it happen? Maybe. Maybe it could. Maybe it won't. And I don't know. At this point, I think it's not going to happen, but I still really love doing YouTube. But I have such a hard time being able to sit down sometimes to film, whether it's because I'm busy with work, whether that's at school teaching or at camp teaching and stuff, or I'm enjoying my weekends, and I'm not able to do this full time. I thought in between my transition moving back from England and getting into a teaching job, I thought, you know what, maybe I'll be able to do this full time and commit myself and whatever, and I didn't. Whether subconsciously it's because I knew that, I don't know what it is, but I have a really hard time giving YouTube and blogging up. But on the flip side, I go on hiatuses, and part of me is like, oh, I really want to, but I can't sit down and do it. So I'm really, really torn. I don't want to say that I'm quitting YouTube. I don't want to say that I'm quitting blogging, because I want to do them. I just don't think I can do them consistently the way that I've always really wanted to do it. So I don't know. I'm really, really torn. It's really hard for me to think about not having YouTube, even though I haven't put a video up in like 6 weeks or like probably like 5.5 weeks. But I honestly am always thinking about it. I have a suitcase in my hallway that has a whole bunch of outfits I was supposed to film literally like 7 weeks ago or more that I just never got around to because Scott and I weren't able to mess our schedules and to make it work. And it's been sitting there, folded up, still everything in there, outfits, jewelry, shoes, to film, and it's underfoot. And I still keep it there because I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna film that. I'm gonna film that. And I can't always film that. And right now, because I can't stand, definitely can't put shoes on, managed to get a flat on my foot on this weekend, which was like pretty impressive. I was wearing a sock up into that. But like I can't physically film it right now. And there's some things, I have so many ideas for like summer looks that I'm like, okay, I can still film them even though summer's gone. And there's so many looks that I'm like, okay, well maybe I can just transition into back to school ideas and office wear lookbooks and all this other stuff. And I've got so many ideas in my head all the time, but I just can't find the time to execute them. And oh my gosh, I'm actually getting emotional about this. Good grief. Anyways, so it's really hard for me to figure out what I want to do with this, how I'm going to keep it going while I'm teaching full-time, because it's going to be a big readjustment for me again to be in the classroom full-time as the sole teacher. So if a lot of you guys are like, but you taught in like April to June, I was a co-teacher or like a teaching assistant in that classroom, so I really didn't do much. And it was a JK classroom. It's completely different to any elementary grade or high school grade. Like there's just really no comparison. Like these kids don't really do a lot of work. It's a lot of play-based stuff. And the work that they do is just like so simple. Like you can't even compare it. So I am getting very anxious about going back. Oh my god! Whew! Because I do have flashbacks. Oh my goodness. Wow, stop. I do have flashbacks of England and like the situations I was in there and how I was able to cope and not cope with some of my stresses and anxieties. And I really don't want that to happen again. So I'm trying to not get too worked up about it, which is why being off work this week's kind of been a blessing, because I've been able to sit down, go through school stuff and curriculum and figure out this, that, and the other, and that's been really nice. Minus the constant throbbing ankle, but you know, you win some, you lose some. So yeah, I've just been really trying to figure out what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna make things work, and without walking away fully from things, without feeling guilty for not being able to do everything that I want to do with my channel. So yeah, that's kind of where my head is at with just life in general and just like a general update on me. But yeah, so did not expect this, but anyways, it's going now, so we're good. But yeah, so other than that, I don't think there's really much to share with my life. It's literally been camp, 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 cottage. Camp, 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 cottage. This is the first time I've worn makeup, except for this one. I had one this past Saturday. My dad and I went out to the mall. I was in a transit chair, which is like a wheelchair with smaller wheels. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make myself feel better. I put a little bit of makeup on. But this is the first time I've done like full face makeup and like, well, not full face, I'm wearing foundation, but like, you know what I mean? The majority of my face is done, and I really, really actually quite like this look. And yeah, it actually feels really good to have my hair look nice and to have my makeup look nice and to sit and film. I do really miss filming when I don't film. So I'm gonna see what I can do and figure out, I don't know, how I'm gonna upload and how I'm gonna teach and balance all that stuff. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But exciting life journey ahead no matter what, so we'll just see. That's all I can say is you never know where life's gonna go, you never know what's gonna happen. You just gotta take it in stride, go with the flow, and see where life takes you. But yeah, that's enough rambling for me. Oh my gosh, I need to do something now. I've gone back to coloring, so maybe I'll do some coloring, or maybe I will end up doing some vlogging today. Who knows, and whatever. But thank you so much, guys, for everyone who's been here on my journey. Whether you're a new subscriber, you've been here since the beginning, I love and appreciate you regardless. So yeah, if you're just stumbling on this video, please still subscribe, because I still will have content coming up. But thumbs up if you have bumps in the road in life and you find ways of coping and getting around them. It's super, super important to be able to bounce back and just put your full effort into whatever you love and whatever your passion is. And if you can do what you love and your passion full time, do it. Just go and do it. And yeah, so hope everyone's having an amazing and safe summer and you're not spastic like me and potentially almost breaking things and like making your tendons all yucky and whatnot. So anyways, I hope you guys have a fantastic week. Happy hump day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. See ya! Today is a super bright, super fun look that's kind of inspired by mermaid tails in the summer, and it really, really was inspired recently to do some makeup looks. I was just playing around with makeup one night, and I came up